those lessons, shout out to your mom too, because we can hear it all through your music, how big of a part that she played in your life,
Oh yeah,
and we see it from you today. You feel me?
yeah,
We still see your interactions and things that you speak of with your mom, how special she is to you, and all of those things. But your mom set an example for a lot of these other moms out here. And I ain't knocking you, ladies. You feel me? We all got our mistakes. We all
mm-hmm.
make our we make our beds. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm
Yeah,
gonna say is this: I see a lot of women complain about what their children doing in the streets, but y'all taking from those children.
yeah,
Those same
exactly.
kids that y'all saying is breaking law, you feel me? Because I fuck with the youth. Y'all know how I do. Those
Yeah,
same children y'all saying breaking the law is providing for you and your family. I ain't saying
yeah,
it's.
and
I'm
then they
not judging you,
celebrate.
women.
But
Yeah,
when
I
they
ain't
doing it,
judging you, women.
yeah, they even let me tell you something. You know, the worst thing can do, because with a mother, I know it's a mother can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? And I know that she can only do so much, because even with my mother, she did was so much, and the streets was the rest. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, I feel like the way my mother was, and mothers of today. And I always say the reason why our youth is turning out the way they turning out. Both mothers and fathers still looking for love out here in the club. You got to really think about this, man. You see mothers doing more posts and grown ass fathers doing more posts than their kids. Why you need that attention when you got this, and you wondering why, okay, he done been put out of school, or you just had to go pick him up from jail. Because even to this day, I'm not gonna sit here and say a woman can't totally raise a man, because my mother raised me, but I feared my mom. Yo, let me tell you, she 89 right now with dementia, right? And when she herself, you know, wifey laughed, man. I done pulled up in the car or been in the house and come out, and she on the porch, and I'm like, Mom, you gotta go inside. And she just, that dementia, but then she gets to herself, right? And
Get
wifey
you right
died
real quick.
laughing at me, man. And she one day, and it was so funny because this was the first time when, she was around my mom. And I was like, Mom, you need to go inside. And she was like, I'm going. And I said, now. Like, I slipped, bro. I slipped. I said, now. She said, excuse me? Come here. And I'm in the car, right? She said, come here. I said, no. She said, oh, you telling me no? I said, Mom. And I'm rolling the window up, and she way on the porch, bro. I'm rolling the window up. She said, you gonna roll the window up so you can't hear your mom? I said, no, you don't understand. She gonna come down them steps. And she looking at me, and I'm 6'3", 250. You know what I'm saying? So my wife be looking at me, and I'm talking to her, and I look up. She done came down the steps, and I done backed away from the window, just like I'm doing right now. And she said, roll it down. I'm like, Mom, come on, for real. And I'm putting the window down halfway, and knowing she 110 pounds soaking wet, 20 pounds right now. And,
Still got
and
that
I'm
fear.
looking at her, and she was like, you really not gonna? I said, I just rolled it on a little bit. She said, now, what did you say? I said, Mom, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I said, look, I said, I'm just saying, Mom, please go inside. That's all. She said, okay, that's better. She said, I love you. Be careful. And went up the steps slowly at 89 years old. And when she closed the door, I'm like, yeah, you do what I tell you to do. Like that, right? And wifey
when
was
she
riding
when
like,
she
you
leave,
don't
I'll be
play.
talking again.
Yeah, I'm him. And she, and it was not, it was respect and then fear of God, man, because when I was 15 and I decided to try weed, remember, I never smoked. I
Mm-hmm.
decided to try it in one little puff. And I came home from this dance, and I don't know what I was thinking, man. And this is how she developed it, because she ain't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But this what his fear came at. And my mother used to design jewelry. And I used to never understand why all the gangsters in the hood knew her. Because New Orleans was into, the big medallions and stuff like this, man. And so
Okay.
I would see dudes that I know big time, and they like, hey, Miss D. And she's like, hey, baby, how you doing? She said, I'm coming, get another background. She said, all right. And I didn't know my mother designed all these gangsters, they shit. And so, and wasn't getting paid nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stress ownership so much. And I remember, like, I come home, and the way I was told how it happened that started off, Because in my house, you had to take a bath. You couldn't get in the bed unless you took a bath at night, regardless. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know you too tired. You know, she didn't play that because she felt like a man's supposed to always be clean. And so, man, she told me she smelled me, and I said, you know, she was like, "What you been smoking?" I said, "Man, get out of my face." I was high, bro. I was high. She said, "Go take your bath." So I come out there, you know, boxers on, no tighty whities and all that shit, boxers on, and my, you know, white beater, my slippers and everything, because my mom was so much a clean freak. You couldn't be stepping on the floor. She didn't want come out that bathroom, your feet, man. You put your slippers on, side, whatever. Man, I stepped out there, man, and you know, I come out there, and next thing I know, I come out the bathroom. I come out the bathroom, and bam, got punched in the mouth, straight in the mouth. And it was a different punch. Like, I'm like, what the hell? And I grabbed my lip, backing up, putting my arm up. I shit bleeding. I'm like, Mom, what you doing? And, you know, the world gonna laugh at me, and I'm good with this, you know what I'm saying, with this life. She went to hit me again, and I realized she had all, like, rings on. She went to hit me again, and I turned and kind of hit my jaw. And I tried to fake like I passed out and slide down the wall like I'm passing out, right? Nigga, this a hood mom. Man, that woman started kicking me, man, and I done rolled over like I done rolled over like I'm a stunt guy and then jumped up. I run out the house, and my family, you didn't want problems with us. My family, out of 10 houses on each side, we had at least 15 of the houses was family. So I'm running up the street to my auntie who loved me to death, and knocking on that door. I'm in my boxers, dog. No, just socks on now. My slippers, nigga. She knocked me on my slippers. And I get down there, and my auntie come down, and she like, my mom said, "Tell him, come on back." And she was like, "You better leave him alone. Leave him the fuck alone. Don't fuck with him." And I'm like standing by. She said, mind your business." She's like, "Well, what he did?" And when she told her, my auntie all in one swoop turn around and she hit me. And I'm trying to move out the way from that. My cousin come outside, who my mama's favorite nephew. He like, "Man, y'all don't do him like that. All these people outside, man." He was like, "Cool, just go in the house." And I'm walking up, and he said, "What? You told you?" And you know, my cousin was a G. He was like, "Bitch, man up." And so now I gotta try to attempt to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't, if I folded up or whatever, he would have got worse with me. So I had to fight him. So now finally, my mama said, "Bring your ass downstairs." And I had to sit on the back steps, dog. That's where I slept that night. Lip busted, got my eyes shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Shirt tore up from fighting with my cousin. And from that time on, dog, I never played with her in my life, bro. And I think these days right now, that's what they might call it abuse. You know what I'm saying? And I heard some black people, man, that's abusive. If you know, hitting your child, that make your child later have an aggressive nature. No, that just made you know, like, don't disrespect an adult and don't disrespect your parents.
Me and my father best friends, man, and I don't play with that nigga one bit, not one fucking bit. Now we'll sit there and argue back and forth when I know you're getting real. Nigga, I'm back, and I'm keep in mind I got my father by at least 60, 70 pounds at any given time. And you feel me? And I'm younger, so. But I don't play with it. But that's that precedence that they set on us, you know, and that's what a good parent. So that's what a good parent's supposed to do.
And I think that be the problem where, you know what I'm saying, like with a lot of little young kids, man, because I deal with the youth. You know, I had a free studio for troubled youth. And, you know, I would watch the kids in my hood because when I was with No Limit, I would give them shit. You know, T-shirts, they always looking when I pull up. "Mr. Serv-On, what you got? You got?" I say, "I got something for you, but how your grades are?" You know, and their mama might be there. I say, "How you been acting?" "Oh, you got smart with me." "Oh, you got smart with you?" "Man, she beat you." I say, whoa. Don't ask me for nothing. I ain't giving you nothing until you go apologize. Man, everybody else, I don't give a fuck. Go apologize. He ain't gonna do it. Man, do what I ask you to do. He'll go do it. And that's why I used to tell rappers, stop fucking acting like y'all ain't no fucking role models. If you scream your motherfucking hood and you love your hood, nigga, you take care of your fucking hood. You feel what I'm saying? Don't. If you knew you was a menace in your hood and what you caused, you could see who gonna be that menace. Get that little dude, man. You know, and I think a lot of rappers don't understand that because some of these mothers, you know, and what we was just talking about earlier, some of these mothers, man, they run across the wrong niggas. They deal with the wrong dudes. I'm trying not to say that nigga word, excuse me, a lot, but you know, they run the wrong dudes, and they children dealing with that. And they trying to make something right with some dude, and they already behind the 8 ball raising a child by itself, a young man, and then now you trying to find love out here, and he left hanging. She already got a hell of a job, man, trying to keep a black child alive in this day and age. And I just feel like, you know, with because it's different. I think if some mothers set that precedence early, like mine's there, and a few others we know,
shit changes, man. Shit changes.
Again, and then too, anticipation, expectation. Because one thing I didn't want to do is make my mama cry, and I didn't want to disappoint her. You know what I'm saying? And even the day with my kids, you know, their mothers are the gangsters. Dad, they come talk to, and even my kid's mother once told me, she was like, "It's a damn shame I had to whoop her ass and act up, but then you just talk to her. Oh, you just look at her." I say, because they don't want to disappoint me. I've created something in them where it's like, if I look at my youngest, I always call her that's Pac. She's 13, and out of all my kids, that's the gangster. You know, like just not afraid of shit. You know what I'm saying? But she a great student, great child, got her plans together, but she gonna hold you down. You know, at 7 years old, somebody was looking at me and she didn't realize what the rap thing that they was like, man, I think that's Serv-On. She rolled the window down like, what you looking at? What's your problem? we bought it over here. And I'm like, get in the car. That's her. And beautiful, man, beautiful. But her mom and I would just look at her, and tears start coming around her face. And my mom like, what's wrong? She was like, Dad, I'm gonna fix it. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, in a different way, because they mama do that. They still old-time Southern, old-time mothers that will bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? Where with me is like, do I need to raise my voice? Do I need to really, you know what I'm saying? And I think parents got to start building that thing where it's like, you're going to hurt me if you mess up.
Yeah.
You know, and if you really love me, you will not mess up. And if you instill that in them, and then maybe along the line, if they fuck up once or twice, you bust that ass, a lot of these kids will be different, man.
Don't let nobody fucking tell y'all that y'all ain't supposed to be busting them kids' ass. Y'all need to.
Yeah,
y'all need to, because we got to teach them. Our whole goal in life for our children is to make them better than us. You feel me? We're our children first heroes. That's just what it is. By nature, we're our children first heroes because we're who they see. Now, don't matter what the fuck they say when they say out in public as far as who their heroes is. You feel me? They're going to always say somebody that's popular because that's what the world going to relate to. Of course, he's going to say Jay-Z. He's going to say this. He's going to say all that Future or some crazy shit that you might not understand. But trust me, parents, you are their fucking heroes. They follow what the fuck they see. They want to be like you.
You
gotta
keep
teaching them that you're better than me. You're going to be better than me. And definitely give them that responsibility and that burden as of that feeling of, you're going to disappoint me if you're going to do that. You feel me?
I mean, if you love me, you love me, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to do this to me. You ain't going to hurt me. Like I have 4 daughters and 1 son and a granddaughter. And I always tell my son, he a good kid. You know, be who you going to be. I don't care if they call you a nerd or whatever shit. Bill Gates a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos a nerd, all the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Nerds run this world. So don't let nobody tell you, Bill, you going to be, son. I deal with the drama, but still be a G if you got to be when the time comes to protect your sisters and protect yourself and your manhood. You know, but the one thing that I try to instill in him, you know what I'm saying, is that, you know, about the being a man and the situations of being a man and understanding, you know, the respect factor, you know, and you know, it leads me, you know, like I have a book coming called Letter to My Young Black Sons. And it's a guide for young Black teens, like as if I'm their father. But I'm really talking to my son in case I ever leave this world. He got this book of guidance and everything that you would teach your child. You know, I'm teaching, but I'm really doing it for the other kids out there who are 13, because I feel like at 13, young men they're trying to find who they are. You know, you just get into high school. You either gonna thug it out, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna be the student, you know what I'm saying, or you gonna be a slacker or whatever. You learn at that 7th, 8th grade who you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them don't have role models. A lot of the uncles and the cousins that I was blessed with, you know, my cousins, you know, they'll bust that ass and they was there to help raise me. And my brother was help, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know. And so I wrote a book to that guide of a guide, like saying, dear son, when it comes to girls, now I got that. Don't put your hands on females and all these things. And dear son, keep yourself clean. You should get a haircut or a lining every week. Your clothes should never be wrinkled. Wash your clothes. Your mama shouldn't be washing your drawers. Wash your own shit. No woman should, you know, and just teaching them things that we would talk like I'm teaching my son. And I just feel like we have to put precedence out there with a lot of these kids. And on, you know, I'm using my new album coming up. I got a song called 9 to 5. And the reason why I'm bringing that, because you're talking about heroes. And in the beginning of the song, I'm telling, you know, about a young man, a kid that I did meet that said, man, you my hero. And he was like 10 years old. I'm like, you don't know my music. He was like, my big brother and my dad always played your stuff. And was like, forget these young rappers, listen to this. And Before I Die and songs like that. And I was explaining to him, and I actually used it on his song, like, son, a 9 to 5 is the real hero. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they're going through, no matter what they're doing, they get up, and no matter how underpaid they are, they get up and go do what they got to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether they work 11 to 7 in the morning, 9 to 5, whatever it is, that 9 to 5 is a real hero. And most 9 to 5s are your parents. You know, because I asked, you know, and I asked a kid, I say, your dad work? And he told me what he do. Is your mom work? Yeah. I'm like, that's a hero. You know, and you need to understand that those people that you wake up in the house with every morning, whether you have both or one, that's your hero. You can like me as an artist and say, man, you know, I love what Serv do, but your hero is right there in your house. And then parents have to start being heroes. You know what I'm saying? They have to start being heroes. Not saying give your child everything they want, but you know what? Be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Understand them. You know, participate in things with them. You know, don't just be in the house and they in their room with the door closed. You know, do things with them. You know, I can remember my mother, no matter how well she worked, you know, my mother is a survivor of breast cancer. She doesn't have both of her breasts. And, you know, that technology better today than back then. If you getting something removed, your breast from cancer, it wasn't no radiology like, you know, back then. It was death. You feel what I'm saying? They removed it.
That's how my grandmother passed.
And I remember, man, God bless her soul, man. And I remember my mother took me when I was 7 to see Star Wars. And, you know, we used to go to the movies. She used to always find time to do something with me, you know what I'm saying, and go to the movies. What's happening with you? And so, yeah, my nephew, man, he putting them garbage out, man. That's what I'm talking about. He taught well. And so, you know, I sat in there not knowing she was going to have the surgery the next day. And me being bad, sometimes I watched Star Wars 4 times because she fell asleep. And not knowing she fell asleep because she was sick. You know, and the next day she went and had her breast removed. And then she had to have another one because they found a lump like a couple of years later. She had to remove the other one. And that's why my mother I never had another father figure in my life because she was too embarrassed of, you know, so she never, you know, she started to tell me, Jesus is my husband. That's it. You know, she'll never bring, you know, nobody in there. And for me, that's, you know, that just showed, you know, where she still was sick, but she did things with me. And, you know, she would take me to the park. We would go to this festival and that festival. Parents have to get back to doing that. Don't just be in the other room with social media and your child in their room. And then when your child make a mistake, man, my child not like that. You didn't know nothing about your child. You feel what I'm saying? Even the music, I tell parents, you want to learn about your child? If your child in their room and y'all don't have this close relationship, find out what artists they listen to. Because that artist is raising them. Learn.
I ain't gonna put out some shit because, you know, not to shit on some rappers, but I'm gonna tell you, my little cousin is into all that music. He got this one artist, I won't say his name, you feel me? Yo, the shit is so fucking depressing. I had to tell the nigga stop listening to it. The music is so fucking melancholy, whatever the fuck that word is. Like, it's sad, depressing. Like, that shit gonna make you go kill yourself. Because I remember those days. I had a student one time, man. I watched this nigga turn on one of these rappers in his earphones. Within 5 minutes, this nigga was fighting with his mother inside the hallway of the school building. Like, that shit completely changed him. Music changes us. Music, if you allow it, if you don't instill that strong will inside your children.
Yeah, you got to teach all the time.
I never fell for peer pressure. It's no way possible. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how I feel. Everything I've ever done in my life, I wanted to do it. That was me.
Music is for enjoyment, and it could be inspiration.
Exactly. So,
you know, you got to teach
never played it never played a part to me as far as making me want to do some gangster shit. It never, just like the movies, they never played a part making me want to do some gangster shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, people don't really understand that. But like you
can
said,
look at perfect example. You got a little kid, he passing right now. And this little kid walking around with a toy gun. He got to be no more than 6 years old. And I always catch him and be like, what you doing, man? Stay out of trouble, man. Go ahead on, go home. Now he going way up the street. Now he got to be 5. He might not even be that much. He don't even be in school. He walking around with a toy gun, tearing people's trash up, you know, things like that, right? You know, but then I watched him one day listening to, I forgot the artist, I don't want to say, now I forget, I don't want to say his name, you know, and I'm like, get to know your kids. You know what I'm saying? Listen to their music. You could tell where they mind at and what they doing. You feel what I'm saying? And especially if you haven't talked to your child like, okay, I see you trying to dress like him, and then you done got your gun or whatever, whatnot, and found it in the room. You don't know your child. He if you're not dealing with him, he gonna use them songs to raise him. And I'm perfect proof of it, of running into a young dude once, and the dude, and I said in the song, I keep twin Glocks, which I used to have two guns with me. And you know what I'm saying? Just because you'll never catch me on the spot and make me hot. And that was the line. And when I saw him, the dude, he had to be 16, 17. He pulled up his shirt and said, I keep twin Glocks. You'll never catch me in the spot and make me hot. You know what I'm saying? And the shit saddened me, and I made him understand, like, you know, my celebrity status at that time and a lot of pressures and things was coming. I said, and I was being young and dumb, bro. I said, right now, I ain't gonna tell you whether I got one with me or not, because that's the way I was raised. But at the same time, I'm not, you know, I'm still a man. I can handle my business as a man, you know, and talk to them. But a lot of parents right now, and I think they want to be too much of friends with me and my kids, not friends. I'm your best friend when you got an issue. I'm there, but on a normal basis, nah, I ain't your friend. I'm your father.
Used to always tell me, I'm your friend, but I'm your father first. And I live by that shit. We live by it today. But
yeah, that's